Welcome to the ForexCSTrading.com. We're gonna discuss some stop loss here. Please take a look at 30-minute chart. We're gonna talk about stop losses using this time frame 30 minutes. That means that most of stop losses I'm gonna discuss right now will be about 20, 30, 40, 50, maybe 60, 70 pips, not much more. Another way saying, if we're gonna discuss later some 4-hour and daily chart, these stop losses for the transaction based on 4-hour chart and bigger will be much more than 20-40 pips, will be 50, 80, 100 or whatever it should be to make transaction worth. That's how it works. So one candle here is much more than on 30-minute charts. That means the stop losses we need to take, the risk in some moment will be much bigger than on 30-minute chart. But I wanted to stick to some basic rules you're gonna need to use on the live or demonstration account market, whatever you will choose to make it worth. First of all, the most important thing is ratio. This is something I'm mentioning very often in strategies, that ratio of transaction has to be or should be at least 3-to-1. It means that if you are taking 10 points of the stop loss, you need to win or aim 30 pips profit. That means you're taking 3 times more profit from the market than you took risk. That means if you take 100 points of the stop loss, like here, let's say, you need to aim at least 200-300 pips to make it worth. Why? Because it's some strategy frame, and we need to use it to make sure we're gonna profit from the market as we wish. It means also that for every free transaction, if you take only one of them will be profitable, you will still be profitable overall, even though those 2 trades were wrong, if you keep the ratio in the right position, right way. Anyway, let's back to the stop loss. The thing is, for example, if you're doing this kind of trade breakout here, the stop loss, I'm gonna just show you a few examples how it should be. The stop loss should be just above those last highs. It means stop loss should be about 50 pips right now. If you're taking just from this level price here a short position, the stop loss should be somewhere around here. I'm gonna mark it here with this sign. The best way would be, if you really afford it, to take this stop loss and place it here just above the line, support resistance line, because it's very important. And if you want to make sure that price not gonna go up just a few pips above these highs and break it down once again, you should do just like I mentioned. Even though this is a support resistance as well, the next bigger support resistance is just few points ahead, so you could take the risk and make it, let's say, 55 pips of stop loss. No, it's still 51 pips stop loss, and make the stop here to make sure that the price would have to break 2 levels at the same time, and it would be probably not coincidence that the price would make this move. Anyway, the stop loss you take, usually it can't be really placed by my strategy is, for example, 20 pips, so I'm gonna take a 25 pips stop loss. It can't be like this. The most stop losses you will take, I'm gonna explain it. It has to be over some pattern or over below sometimes some support resistance, like here. It has to be some important way to find this stop loss. It can't be just because you want to have a 30 pip stop loss, for example, even though the next important stop to place the price would be just few pips above this level price. So you have to remember it, that you have to afford for the risk taking that is necessary. If not, if you're thinking that price is gonna move here and come back, it's not really profitable to take a 50 pips stop loss just to take 50 pips from market. The situation is different if you're taking this 50 stop loss and you see the first necessary or first important support resistance is 50 pips ticks below, but you're thinking the price gonna move down significantly lower. I mean much lower, because there is a new trend coming up or some other situation you think or you know it's gonna go down. Then it might be reasonable to take first split of the position and take profit from those 50 points right here to move stop loss to the initial position here, and then take another 30 or 50 pips or 150 as I told you, based on ratio, to make it worth risking. Risk taking is very important. If each time you would take 50 pips risk to win, to trade 50 pips ahead, this kind of strategy would make you bankrupt, probably in some longer or short time. Let's see at other stop losses. This situation, this is very similar. If you're breaking down this point, you need to make sure that your stop loss is going to be somewhere above those highs. Just a little bit, it doesn't have to be significant. Most of the time the price won't make those funny strange move, but if you want to make double sure that you're not gonna be cleaned up by this move, if it's gonna go here, next support resistance is just below those levels, so you can place stop above this line. Most important thing, you have to think not only with stop losses but with limits. You have to think like few pips over the people, over the dump money people saving on the stop loss and profit points. For example, if support resistance important is, let's say you're going down with this position and you're short and everything's beautiful, but you know this position is very very important. This is, let's say, 26.00 level price, and this support resistance is very important for you and for other players, and you know the market can move from here to a different level price, I mean higher. So don't be naive and make your limit, take the profits at least few or 10 points above this level price, because if something goes wrong, this price is gonna go here, not gonna meet this level, and it's gonna turn in opposite way. The same it is with stop loss. Don't be too greedy. Don't place stop loss here. Don't place stop loss here. Do it few pips above. If 2-3 pips is gonna make a difference, most of the time place your stop loss above, and it will make a difference for you, because most of the guys will place the stop loss just right here or 2 points above, and it is too small. Make it 5, 6, 7 points above. I mean this 30-minute chart and this kind of situation. I was here, I've entered the market short somewhere around here, and I've placed my stop loss, just like I mentioned, somewhere about this line, few pips above this, above those last highs. So most of the time, like this situation, if you're going short here, you should place your stop loss the same situation like before. So it would be somewhere just above those lines, but not with this high, just above this high, like few pips, and everything would be alright. This situation is not really close to me, because I'm not sure how's market gonna react for those patterns, but let me tell you something more about stop loss. Always try to think on the market not only with stop loss, but especially placing the trades and limit stop losses 2 steps before your competitors or people exchanging with you. If, for example, you bought here for 26 double O position long, you're going long here and you're thinking it's going to go long for a longer time, please do not really stop the level at the same don't stop loss your risk management at the level with double O. Do this if you have to, just few points or 10 points below. For example, on this example here, if you're trading, let's say, this position from here, don't place your stop loss with 28 double O level price. If you want to make very tight stop loss, do it few pips above, because market really pays attention to those even points when it's 28 or whenever it's 29 point. It sometimes make the point just to cross 2, 3 or 5 pips by this point, like it happened here. You see, we have 20.07, we have 20.06, and we have 29.17, and the market 29.20, sorry, and the market moved down. So the some of those levels like 29 are crucial, and it's not necessary to place the stop on this level or above few pips from this price level. So you need to take few pips more to make sure it's not going to clean you out. So conclusion for the stop loss positions is that you have to be careful. You have to place stop loss above the patterns, and you have to place the stop loss with impartiality, not with your strategy. So don't take any position that it is not worth to take with the stop loss mentioned, or don't take too much positions when the stop loss is too big, when you can't really afford it. So wait for the price to move to be close to your stop that you can take, and then sell or buy the contracts that you could afford it really. Sometimes it's worth to wait to place the stop loss 20 pips above the some pattern, or you can wait and if nothing happens, you have to sell the contracts with 50 pips stop loss. It's both ways that you have to take sometimes in the real market. Thank you for watching this. I hope some stop loss informations are simple and helpful. Thank you very much. You have a good trading.